After President Uhuru Kenyatta hosting the delegation from Ukambani region at State House, Nairobi, Kenya, in his own wisdom, he gained boldness and come out clear on who he is intending to support going to 2022 general election. And this move has left William Samoei Ruto a wounded man as we are talking right now. The Deputy President William Samoei Ruto is now asking a number of questions that I'm not yet to see President Uhuru Kenyatta responding to. Uhuru might not be available to respond to these questions. But what I believe is that the Deputy President is not talking to Uhuru Kenyatta. The question is not directed to President Uhuru Kenyatta. This question is directed to the souls of the Kikuyu nation. The President is talking to the Kikuyu nation, the Central Region people. The question is directed to this community. And therefore, going forward, Ruto is a man who is now looking for the sympathy from the people whom he intends to get support going to 2022 general election. Remember in 2017 and 2013 general election, it was clear, yangu 10, ya William Ruto 10. So the president came out with this issue. And it was clear after President Uhuru Kenyatta serving his second term in the government, he is going to directly endorse his deputy as the preferred candidate on Jubilee ticket going to 2022 general election. But that has remained to be a dream that will never be achieved going forward. So before I go deep to explain this issue, you might be watching me for the first time and you have not yet subscribed. My humble request is please consider subscribing so that any other time, once we will come out with a video like this one, you will always get notified. And to all my returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much for always being there. Now, let us go back to our discussion. It is now clear the war between President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Samoei Ruto has escalated outside there. The two have become an enemy to each other, political enemies. And Ruto is asking questions. So President Uhuru Kenyatta now has come clear that I'm not going to support you. And the president is telling the Kenyans outside there that look here, what I have achieved in my second term, is it 3 years or 4 years now? It's more than what I achieved in my first time of 5 years when he was serving with his deputy, William Samoei Ruto. For that reason, the president has changed his mind, and now it is no longer a surprise when he was telling Kenya that my choice of 2022 will be a surprise. The president has come clear that he is going to endorse Raila Odinga as a preferred candidate to take over leadership from him going to 2022 general election. So Ruto is asking here, what happened to the millions of us who voted for you? That's why he's going even to the Kikuyu dialect. Echo, Gai Fafa Mwadhani, all this thing. Now Ruto has gone into speaking in tongues. His questions are valid. What happened to 8 million contingents of us? Sasa anaendelea kusema ya kwamba sawa tu na support ya Mungu tutaweza. So Ruto is invoking the name of God, that in as much you are not going to be with us, therefore we have God in our side. Since the president is not ready to honor his word. So Ruto has decided now it is high time, and even as we are speaking, Ruto might be a man who can tender his resignation to the president right now to go ahead and build UDA party. That's why Ruto is going on to ask here, so what the destruction, dismembering of Jubilee National Party, meaning to pave way for the support of regional stroke tribal parties in NASA? That's a question he's asking. So who can't fit in the tribal party to build up UDA as a national party? Those are the questions Ruto is asking here. So whoever cannot fill in what Ruto is referring to as tribal parties in NASA should join with him So Ruto is clear, telling Uhuru the truth, that we were only important when you needed us. You are treating us like the safari ant. When voting comes, you're telling us kumira kumira, so we go on, line up and vote for you. And now since we are no longer important to you, you no longer need us. So the solution Ruto is remaining with here is to get out of Jubilee Party or Jubilee government, go on and revamp UDA party, prepare it to use in 2022 general election. This is the only move that is remaining for Deputy President William Samoei Ruto. Or if he is not going to take that direction, then he should come out and bring another person to endorse going to 2022 general election, since in Kenyan history we understand once you are serving as a deputy president or a vice president, it is going to be always hard to become the next president in just next general election. So he can withdraw himself as a candidate, support someone, then go and prepare, re-energize. Then in the next general election, Ruto can come out as a presidential candidate when he is ready to take over power. But going forward, what I'm sure of, the system might not allow Ruto to become the next president, since they are taking another direction from what they had intended to go. That's why Raila Odinga, the only important thing he needed was the system. At most of the time, he had the vote. But what he was lacking was the goodies from the system. The goodwill from the system was the only thing Raila Odinga was lacking. So the only strongest support that Ruto might be having as of now is the Kalenjin vote, which is with him 100%. Perceptionally and even on the ground, he is still holding to the central region vote. That is Kikuyu. But now we are already seeing a split developing in the central region, where we have the Speaker of the National Assembly, who is also preparing to be on ballot. Justin Muturi might be on ballot. Therefore means the split in central might be real. Ruto might go on maybe having half of these people, or even maintaining, depending on time. Whether he will manage to continue having the central region support, time will tell. Or if Uhuru will also manage to remove his people from Deputy President William Samoei Ruto, we are also going to see it playing out. But remember this one. Despite the fact that President Uhuru Kenyatta had the central region vote, who voted 100% to him, again he had the support from Rift Valley, who came out to vote 100% for him. Still, Uhuru did not win the 2017 general election. Maraka can tell you that. That's why it was possible to nullify that election. So even if Ruto will have the central vote 100%, which might not be true as of now, even if he will have the 100% vote from the Rift Valley region, which might be reality, Ruto might not even win the election. Uhuru did not win. So going forward, Ruto was supposed to dig deeper into other areas like Western region, and that could be easy if he could have managed to have a running mate, a serious one, like Musalia Mudavadi, a person whom I'm seeing he might not be ready for Ruto as of now. So this is the issue. And the direction I see Ruto taking might cost him as the next opposition leader going forward to 2022 general election. That also might be also another chance. So Kenyans will have time to see how Ruto is going to play the role of opposition. Because remember, as we are speaking now, Kenya has so many tribes. And since we got independence up to date, it has been a Kalenjin in. After Kalenjin, a Kikuyu comes in. Then after a Kikuyu going out, a Kalenjin coming in. So going to 2022, so many Kenyans are tired of having two communities leading the country at the top seat. Because in Kenya politics, as long as your community man has got it, therefore the community has it. In terms of even having the cabinet positions, you will find how Ruto and Uhuru did in the first term. they were choosing largely from their communities. If I ask you, in Kenya, the Luhya nation comes in as the third largest community, but how many cabinet positions were ditched to this community? As we are speaking now, is only one. Then check in Central Region and Rift Valley at large. You can tell it. So having all this fatigue and going forward, I think some communities might not be ready to embrace Ruto as their next preferred candidate in 2022 general election. The only sympathy part that will come for him might be largely from Central Region and the Rift Valley, his hometown. So we are going to wait and see how politics are going to play out. Ruto might remain just with two options: move away from Uhuru government, revamp UDA party, and come on board. If not, go on and endorse another person going forward just to deal with Raila Odinga. And remember, if Ruto can come out and endorse another person who might be strong there, like Musalia Mudavadi or Kalonzo Musyoka, this also can give a win to Ruto, which might send Raila Odinga to opposition again. But since he's a man who is just focused on being on ballot, that might just be a dream that might not come true. So thank you so much for watching me up to this far. You can tell me in the comment section, what do you see going forward with the war that is now currently playing in Jubilee Party, where Ruto is clearly now telling President Uhuru Kenyatta, you chased us from the party, and at the end of the day, you are coming out with the community or regional leaders, which he is referring to as tribal chiefs, to form the next government. Something he is seriously against going forward to 2022 general election. Tell me in the comment section, what do you see about this and what is your take on that? Thank you so much for listening to me up to this far. May good God bless you and see you in our next video. And if you have not yet subscribed, please consider being one of us on this platform. Help us to build this channel. Our next stop, we are heading to 5,000. After that, we will target 10,000. I know by grace we will reach there, and with your support. Thank you.